the clock spinning, but I pin it with these hands. Can I make it out of this? I'm taking weight up out of it, but ain't no way that I can. Man,
I walk the other side of boulevards and broken dreams. I covered up the pride, but deep inside it's hide and seek. Deep down I'm trying to find that peace of mind, some certainty. I saw the reasons why up on a sign that's passing me. I lost the best of myself.
What's going on, YouTube? Listen, I am well aware there is new Ren I have been wanting to get to. It is finally time for it. Don't worry, guys. I know things have been crazy on the channel lately with the Kendrick Lamar, Drake beef. I have a new album I'm trying to finish, music videos I'm working on, a lot going on behind the scenes that I can't share, but just know that I'm finally catching up and getting back on track, and I'm excited for this one. This right here, right now, is none other than Ren and Troubles. There's that Trouble sample he was talking about. Love what he did there with the frequency of it all. All right, you know what? I'm going to try something different. We're going to really let it flow and then bring it back and break it down. Not so much pausing on this. Let's feel it, man. Wow. That is dope.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitter. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting.
Wow. Man, I love how he's just taking us literally through the journey. And there's just so much happening with the production. I just wanted to feel it. So many times I just wanted to hit that pause button, but let's bring it back now. I love how he sets it up, right? At first I'm like, are the lyrics off? No, he's telling us about his story here without saying anything. So we're just scene setting. I love the way that this kind of sets up, man. And shooting outside in Calgary, in the snow, it just has a different feeling when you're shooting in the cold, right? And it's almost like the trials and tribulations and journeys through the weather of a cold soul. That is dope. Boop, boop, boop. That sounds like the vocal has just been like wildly frequent, so it's hitting like instrumentation, but it's just got a dope balance. It's almost like a record scratch and like turntablism on it, man. Love the hip hop vibes under that. And then out in front, obviously you got the sample, oh love, and then the melody of that and the frequency of that. Man, there's so much cutting through.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts.
Shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Pass very much. I love how he goes shards, R. So he goes internal, playing ping pong on the internal schemes and then back to the external rhyme schemes. Great rhyme writing, very airtight technicals to start with.
I don't reach into the past very much.
And even here, he's got like a lower voice. I don't reach into the past. So that's like off, kind of sat in the middle. And then he's got, I don't reach into the past very much. And he's got a different mode of attack and tone. And he kind of just stacked those layers right there in the mix.
For these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts.
Yeah, I love that juxtaposition. More kind of trebly, more bassier here.
Leave me stop when I reach in. Memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze on. Music help the ice to thaw.
Hydrochloric acid, man. Just feeling like Burn it all and make it all vanish and disappear and go away.
Acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music helped.
Memories are seeped in hydrochloric acid. I get passive and freeze up. I just love the way that he sets that up, man. It just leads into the scheme. He's great with his metaphorical writing.
Memories are seeped in hydrochloric acid. I go to war and
What's that shirt say? Hollywood spat me out.
get
Love
passive
that.
and freeze up. Music helped the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are
Mythology being pulled out, man. Thor, Excalibur, King Arthur. Again, love the way he sets that up. His pen is like the hammer of Thor.
out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters
19, young teen, right? So I love how he's walking us through the different ages, and this is where he starts. He starts us off at 19 when he first gets sick, and he first gets bitten by the tick.
got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living.
These strings are dope. Just adding a little bit of rise to it right here.
Young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to
One of my favorite bars right there. Poster up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Just hits different.
have faith when the gods don't listen. The first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent
Waking in a body that was buried like a carcass. I can't imagine that feeling and that sensation. Like just not feeling like you're fully there and you're fully in control of your own body. Just the metaphysicality of that statement and the way that he sets that up.
body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end.
Oh.
The second year I came to terms with
Every single question answered with a question on the end. I love the way that's set up. Typical sort of medical professional, right? And can you imagine just going through that journey and having something wrong with you and trying to find the answers, but it never seems like you can get the answers and you keep going deeper and deeper. And we've had that, you know, with my situation that I talked about in the song that I released. And it's, yeah, wow.
fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was
Oh, again, the internal ain to the ain to the ain combusted. Ain to the ain to the ain. Just the way that he sets that up with the writing, man, smooth. I think we'll let it play again and just feel this one out and then come back and break more down.
a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the
Even right there. Question. Answer with a question again. I love the way the percussion just hits to accentuate that.
The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack.
Bar.
Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap deep in psychosis. Hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest.
Man's looking like a vampire. Hey, let's bring it back and appreciate this, man. But, you know, just being inside all the time. And he's 25 now. He takes us through the journey from 19 to 25, right? And he's still sick. And he's still not right. And he's still fatigued every day. And he's still battling physically. And now he's battling all these mental demons. He's having a spiritual crisis as well of faith. And how can this happen to me and why?
Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom.
Rearrange the alphabet and more letters spell doom. Just that little flow, that bouncy pocket right there is dope. And then spelling doom backwards, that's a move.
I hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was
I love how he says 23 mentally, and he's wearing a Bulls jacket. You know who rocked 23? One of the greatest players of all time, Michael Jordan.
I hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 20
What's the benefit a disability. It's irrelevant. I love how he flips that, right? So he's on disability benefits and people are like, oh yeah. But then he looks at it, he's like, it's not really a benefit. I'd rather just completely get rid of being sick and being ill. Just a dope little rapper scheme and word flip right there, setting up benefits and then reverse unoing it back out of there.
I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap deep in psychosis. Hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back a
Visions from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. Again, that's a great line right there. And we're talking about, the spirituality and psychosis. He's seeing hallucinations now. Like his own reality is being bent at this moment in time. I love how he could take something so raw and personal as his journey, and he's formulating that and he's converting it into rhyme patterns, and he's converting it into a language that we can follow along with and that we can empathize with. And that's a talent and an art right there, to be able to take such struggle and such pain and the immensity of the situation and all the complexities of the angles and to convert it through the microphone and through all of this.
Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap deep in psychosis. Hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25
What was that little kick right there?
Nations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mom, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become, and my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real.
Wow.
When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. 26, I'm highly medicated.
And then he drops the music down, so that line just hits you a little bit harder right there, man. Actually taking the razor to him and just, feeling that, because it's in a weird way, you have a sense of control finally. When you feel so out of control of everything happening, you're the one who finally can control the pain that you feel versus all these other external factors happening. That's a hell of a line.
Leaf in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I bore my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the Grim Reaper knocking on the track. But then, man,
Dropping raw thoughts with the Grim Reaper knocking on the track. Now he's got bars. And finally, it sounds like a little bit of a turning point here with the pen and the music and the ability to finally just have some strength to find a release and some type of outlet.
coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the Grim Reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger and my
That's actually a dope little line. Cell transplant brought me out of the cold, like he's moving cells, versus the metaphorical cold, like he's finally breaking free from it. And he could feel like he's breaking free from a cell as in a cage versus, medical and cell transplant dope.
Transplant pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger. And my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything
What's the limo, man? Is that the life that he's now achieved and what he can afford?
was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord.
Beauty was a word I used for this gift of gold. I love the way that we have, again, now the violins and the strings introduced mean something different here.
Got younger and my body got stronger and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed.
Stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. That was the line I wanted to highlight. Just really like how that was set up.
My soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Spirituality art comes back around right there. Lord, I forgive you, right? And he finally is. It feels like after such a long journey, there's this light at the end of the tunnel, like the light of an angel versus the light that he's seeing through this music. And it's almost like he's found his spirituality through the music itself. And this is the soulful release of it all and the beauty of it. I like how that said Guardians on the side too. like a spiritual guardian. Obviously that was a team, but I'm grabbing a deeper metaphor there. I'll take it. Conditions like Lyme disease, MA, fibromyalgia all receive criminally low attention. Hang on. Receive criminally low attention and funding relative to many other conditions. Oh, now he's really going to use his platform to spread awareness. I love this. Victims are usually left to suffer for years without any solid explanation of what is going on, receive very little help to escape a body constantly at war with itself. Wow. This can make you feel like giving up. Many times I can. I'm happy. Life is beautiful. I promise yours can be too. Great line of hope. That's a vocal sound again. That sounds like it's been digitized, like Daft Punk almost. Super high frequencies here cutting through. More composure, more compassion, more understanding. We all deserve a life free of suffering. We can find moments of real beauty and peace. Man, that's beautiful. Even when things seem hopeless, I promise it's still possible. Hope. I'm always a sucker for a story with a happy ending. You know, maybe I'm too much of an idealist in a cruel real world. But you know what? I talk about this with my music often, and with these breakdowns. And some of my favorite songs and moments are where you can show us the darkness. You show us the doubt. You show us the anxiety, the stress, everything. You show us the demons, the devils. You just bear it all. But then you find a way to flip it to a positive and use it to show others that they are not alone, and use it to show solidarity, and use it to inspire hope, and to go, hey, I've been through this, but I found that there is another side to it, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to persist and find a way to keep going, and there is help for you. And I love that message from Ren and him using his platform and his music to give us something more meaningful and something deeper. Ren, you were Knox certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end. Obviously, enjoying the content. Do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really does go a long way. Also, grab your bars, t-shirt, your Knox Hill hat, knoxhillmusic.com. It really does go a long way. Support the channel and the brand. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay positive. So on Knox Hill. You know, I'll catch you again.